Well, hello, adventure riders. If you like me, we're not out riding because of the coronavirus. We have full lockdown here in Australia, and we can only go out from our homes if it's essential travel. So that means a bit of boredom, and you got a bit too much time to think about things. So most people know with the African twins, because I've got an African twin, is actually taking this side cover off and cleaning the air filters. To me, it's a nightmare. I'm almost paranoid about breaking the tabs. Already broken one tab over here. It's just, I hate it, okay? I really do. I dislike it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a pre-filter in the front snorkel. Okay, these are from Unifilter. So what I've decided to do is modify the filter and insert it. It'll insert up into there. Okay, hopefully you can see that. All right. So what that means is that majority of the times you should only have to pull that filter out and clean this pre-filter. I mean, KTM 1290s have got similar type of design. So I'm going to give this a go. Now, if it works, you should be seeing a photo now of the main filter. I've actually put a Unifilter in, so the main filter, which is up here, I put a Unifilter in there, and also you'll see the old filter and how dirty it is. That's after, I think it's close to 15,000 Ks. Now I can't account for the first 7,000 Ks, what riding it was done, because I bought the bike second hand. So the second 7,000 or 8,000 Ks that I put on it, it was most of been solo riding, or lead rider. So I haven't been sucking dust. There was a couple of rides I did go where I was following others, and it was pretty dusty. So the air filter is not too bad. If you can see, the original air filter isn't all that dirty. It's not too bad after 15,000 Ks. But I think with these Unifilters, having that in place, cleaning that is easier than taking that whole side panel off. I don't know what the new African twins are like. Hopefully they make it a little bit easier. Wait and see. So what I've done, okay, so you just buy these from Unifilters. There's the full length one. All right, so what I've done, I've actually cut 70mm off so you can see the normal length. Okay, so 70mm. Now I actually have ran this bike with these Unifilters just inserted into the induction hose, or at the front of it. If you're sitting on the bike, the right hand side one, which is that side, that got sucked in. Okay, and this one will stayed in place. So what it means is I couldn't get to this one, so I had to take the side cover off. All right, and do all the things again to get it off, which I don't like doing, to get that out. So what I've done is that I've just made up these little plugs. They're just made out of plastic conduit, and they can just insert into that filter. All right, so they'll go in like this. All right, as you can see, they insert into there, and then what I'll do, I'll actually push that into the front snorkel intake, and it'll wedge in there. All right, that's my theory anyway, that'll wedge in there, and then that filter won't get sucked down into that snorkel, so I can't get access to it. Okay, that's the theory anyway. We'll wait and see how it goes. There's nothing preventing from that falling this way outwards, but it is pretty tight in there and firm. You can push it in there and be pretty firm and nice snug fit. All right, so what I'll do, I'll insert it and show you then. So as you can see, I'll grab this. There we go. So that one's up in there, nice and open, and that one's up in there. So I'm not worried about that filter getting sucked down into that snorkel, down further into the towards the main filter. I'm not worried about that at all. That's not going to happen. But my little insert there, I don't know if that'll fall out because of vibrations and whatever it may be. We'll give it a go. And you never know if you don't give it a go. Naturally the plate's got to go back up in there, so we'll put that plate back up in. So I won't lose those little plastic inserts that I've made. The only other thing I did too is that I got suspension done by Pro Motor Suspension. Ian Whiteman did them for me, local guy. Been going to Ian for a long time. He really looked after me, so suspension wise it wasn't that much, didn't cost me all that much money. So the springs front and back for me are fine. If you're over 80 kilos, you need to really get a heavier spring for the rear of these bikes. But I'm not. I'm only a lightweight of 68 kilos. So yeah, So he revalved the front forks. In my opinion, the rear shock needs the most work out of the two. Okay, so if you didn't have the money to do both, definitely get the rear shock worked. So the front forks now are revalved, they work a whole lot better. The adjustability and your preload and your compression now actually works. You know, before you could turn your compression right up and your rebound right up, and it was still like a pogo stick in my opinion. But now you put the rebound on and the compression on, and it actually works. Okay, so your compression on your turns, your clickers, you push that on, turn them down where as much as you like, and now it compresses nice and firms up. And the rebound too is a lot better. All right. The rear shock, yep, he did that for me as well. The valving's made a world of difference as well. So he just revalved it for me. I almost was going to go towards a new shock. Okay. The biggest thing with the African Twin, what I don't like about them, is that the preload. The dial here, the preload, it only allows for 10 mil. That's it. So if you've got one right now at home and you haven't touched it, and you travel and you have put things on the back, whatever, you might as well turn this up. Okay, it's only 10 mil your preload and suspension. All right, and that's not enough, even for me. So if you put loading up and you put gear on the back, 20 kilos of it, and you want to preload the spring, you know, they just don't do it on the African Twin. So that's where the only option is to get another shock. I think some of the Olin shocks, they can preload at 30 mil, you know, something like that. So it's a big difference. Okay, so these are new wheels. Touratech, they sell them. I mean, they're not bloody cheap. They're the Hahn hubs. Okay, XL rims, heavy duty rims on them. 36 spokes to the standard spokes, which are 32, and the standard rims that come with the bike. Yeah, so heavy duty, thicker spokes. You can see nice little stickers. They come with everything. They come with all the bolts and everything. Naturally, you just put your discs on. So they come with all that. They come with the cush drive rubber inserts, so they're all there. You just need, like I said, it even comes with extra bolts to put your discs on and that as well. But the difference to the rear rim size is a big difference. Okay, the standard African Twin rim is 5.5, I think it is. Okay, these rims are only 2.5. So I think they're similar size to what's on the 701s and 690s, whatever it may be. So they're a narrower rim. Okay, you can see it there, a lot narrower rim. All right, you can see, still looks pretty good, but nice and chunky. So what that allows you to do, it allows you to fit a 140 tyre on it. All right. Now, all you African Twin owners out there, you'll know what I mean by breaking the bead on the back of these things, which can be a nightmare to break the bead. Especially if you're by yourself and you don't have a side stand on another bike to help you do it. I do have bead brake levers, what do they call it? I can't remember what they're called now. They do break them, but it still takes some time to break the bead. But with these, it's easy set. Tyres are done easy. And naturally, the whole idea of it is as well is to get stronger rims. I've already put a ding in the front rim of the standard wheels. So yeah, with these wheels here, a lot stronger. All right. And it does change the bike, how it feels with that narrower rim. Okay, the best way I can describe it is that if you're on the road, okay, or the dirt road, going in a forward direction, okay, when you actually lean to the left or right, with the standard rims, okay, you need a bit more input to move it from side to side, which is not a bad thing with this bike and the weight of it is, all right? With a narrower rim, all right, and that tyre being smaller, I mean the standard tyre is 150 on the African Twin down, this is a 140, but the rim's a fair bit smaller. You wouldn't think it's going to make that much difference, but it does. The difference is now, if you lean to the left or right, it really turns over quickly, left and right, okay, which can be a little bit unsettling because the bike's pretty heavy, remember, so when it does turn in, or turn into a corner, it does turn in quick, all right, almost to the point that you think you're going to lose it or lose the front end. That's what I noticed with it at first until I got used to it a little bit. Okay, that's the only thing. You're thinking about getting these type of wheels. That's the thing that I did notice with it. All right. What I did as well, but I also raised the forks through the triple clamps. What are they? And and anyone who knows the African Twin, they are a bit floaty in the front. Okay, that's what they're like. And the new ones are supposed to be a bit better. What have I done there? It's about 10 mil, so I've gone 10 mil, and I kid you not, what that does is put a little bit more weight on the front, all right? and it hasn't made it twitchy. It's still the same. And I've noticed the difference. Personally, I noticed a little bit of difference with that little bit weight on the front. Alrighty. So I'll get back to you, see how I go with that front, that plug. See if it all works in the front filter there, the pre-filter, if it doesn't fall apart and everything falls out. Otherwise, that I'll have to come up with plan B. Alright. So a few things have changed over the time from my last postings. If you have a look at my channel, I've had a 1090, I've had a 701. I've been all over the place, didn't know what I was doing anyway. They're all gone. I've only got the African Twin, and I've got my DRZ, which I've got a review in there of that as well. So I've got the DRZ back. And I've got a couple of little things coming for that. Not much, but a couple of little things coming to that. And I'll fit them on, and I will talk about that. Hopefully it's when I'm out riding. All right. Anyway, we'll catch up later. See ya.